Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be taking up from where I left in the last video, explaining some unpopular topics that are not really being spoken about when it comes to hair growth. So in the last video that I uploaded, I was able to explain some points, and this video is going to be like a continuation of that. So I actually did record the whole voiceover, but I noticed it was too long, so I decided to just cut the video, the audio, and then it's just going to continue from where I left. I'm not going to I didn't re-record the part that is just going to continue. So yeah, just stay tuned. If you haven't watched the last video, you can watch the last video, and I'll be dropping the link to that in the description box and at the end of the video. So when you're done with this video, you can go back, you can check that one out, and then you'll be able to understand everything I was trying to say. So yeah, let's hop right in. The first thing I spoke about was the fact that you need to be ready. The second thing I spoke about was the fact that there's no single magic product. Now you actually need to understand that your hair grows all the time. It's always growing. Simple way to explain it to you: whenever you have your braids on your head, your cornrows on your head, whichever hairstyle you're having on your head, the very first day of that hairstyle being on your head, there's this tight grip it has to your scalp. Not so tight, but a decent tight grip to your scalp, making the hair, your hairlines, the patterns of the braid come out bright, nice, and looking all good to go. But now, after 2 weeks, in general for everyone now, I'm sure there are those, it's possible there are those that their hair starts changing within that first week. Yeah, it's actually possible. So let's just say from that 1 week period and more, you start noticing that the hairline, the patterns of the braid is no longer as bright, it's no longer as clear as it was. Then the braid at your root, the root of your head, is no longer as tight as it was before. So you start noticing the fact that it's now you can move your hair freely than how it was on the first day. That's for braids. Then for cornrow, you will notice that there's a way you can now pull the cornrow up a little bit that is now having some kind of space, the way you would pull it on the first day. So I hope that's explained you understand those. I hope those that are new into the whole hair growth business understand that. So that's what will make you understand that your hair is growing. So everyone experiences that, and that's a practical example that your hair is growing. And then all you need to do now is retain that length you have grown, so that there's hair shedding, there's hair breakage, and those are two different things. Hair shedding is when your hair, the hair that is falling off from your head or from your scalp, is when you check the length of the hair is equivalent to the length of your hair that is remaining on your head. I hope you understand. That's the hair shedding. So when you have a lot of longer strands of hair shedding off, falling off from your scalp when you're combing your hair or you're detangling your hair and all of that, with finger detangling your hair, whichever one, that's hair shedding. Hair breakage now is when your hair, the length that is falling off from your scalp, from your hair, is a lot shorter than your hair length. It's so short. That's hair breakage. Now I noticed that my hair still does break. I believe everybody's hair still breaks and everyone's hair sheds. That one is a normal thing. It's something to not be scared about. But where you now need to question the whole situation is when your hair is breaking way too much. The breakage you're seeing when you lose your hair, and you surely see it on your dreads. You notice your dreads, your t-shirts, whichever one, for guys and ladies, you notice a lot of breakage. That's when you need to sit back, take a look at what you've done and what you've done wrong and what you haven't done and all of that. That's the negative side. But everyone's hair sheds. So those are two different things, and that's how it was. So yeah, your hair grows. Everyone's hair grows. It's not necessarily about how to grow my hair, but necessarily more of, there's still how to grow my hair, but more of how to retain the length that has grown on your head. So the hairstyles you're making shouldn't be hairstyles that are too tight, and just many other things. When you now make a hairstyle that is nice, when your hair is in a well protected situation, the process of how you get your hair out of the hairstyle it is to getting it into another hairstyle again will determine if you can retain your hair length or not. So how you lose your hair from the very first day can affect your whole hair length retention and all of that. You need to be gentle with losing your hair. Then, if for those that have braids that use braiding hair on their head, and your braiding hair is a lot longer than your natural hair, when you want to cut off the remaining part of the braiding hair that is in the remaining part of the braiding hair, just to make it short closer to your hair length so that you can keep losing your hair, don't underestimate your hair length and then just go and chop it off. You need to give at least, on the safe side, 3 to 4 inches away from where your natural hair is. Don't just underestimate the whole thing and just be like, nah, my hair cannot be this long, and then you just chop it off and then you end up finding yourself cutting off your hair. So there are many things in that. So yeah, that's just the whole thing. So you just need to understand the whole length retention. But one thing is for sure, every single person's hair grows all the time. Just know and understand how to retain the length. Then you need to, another point to notice to be aware of when you want to start your natural hair journey is the fact that you need to accept your hair type. So now when you get into this whole natural hair journey, when you're trying to understand, do your research and everything, you would see people with different curl pattern. You see people with different curl pattern being able to achieve different natural hairstyles. Love your kind of hair. If you're going to watch someone's content that isn't having the same curl pattern with you, do not compare yourself in a negative way to that person's hair. Everyone's hair is different. Every single person's hair is different. So learn to accept your hair and love it. Take care of it. Nourish it. It's your baby. So that's what I have to say about that. So, and apart from you loving and accepting your hair type, that's the whole type 1, type 2, type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. Then the ABC that is under them, and then what don't say? I can't remember, but in short, just love your hair type. No matter how coarse your hair is, how loose your hair is, whichever situation the whole thing is, don't just compare yourself with another person's hair in a negative way. And then don't compare your hair growth with others' hair growth. That would affect you negatively. Everyone's hair grows differently. Everybody's hair is growing. How fast or how slow people's hair grow is all different. So don't compare yourself with others just because you haven't achieved the hair length you want, and you're like, hold on a sec, I did a big job and this other person too did a big job and all of that, and her hair is already long, his hair is already way longer than mine, and mine is still this length and all that. Don't let it affect you negatively. Admire their hair, appreciate their hair, work on yourself. That's what I have to say. Then another point again to note is that all I'm saying just boils down to the fact that you need to understand that you need to be mentally ready. I know I've said a lot of things, from the fact that you need to be, first of all, ready to get ready, you need to make up your mind that you're ready to go into the natural hair journey. I've spoken about the fact that it's a lifetime something. I also spoke about the fact that there's no single magic product, and I spoke about the fact that hair always grows. I spoke about the fact that you need to learn to accept your hair type. You need to learn to love it. You need to learn to accept your hair growth pattern. You need to learn to love it and don't compare yourself with other people in a way that it affects you negatively. Everything boils down to the fact that you need to be mentally ready. You need to know that that state of being mentally ready is, I feel, is the most important thing before anyone can go into natural hair care journey and all of that, because you just jump right into the natural hair care journey. There's a lot of frustration, and apart from that, part of the reason I'm saying you need to be ready is because even when you now know all of this, when you are now in it, you'll still find yourself comparing yourself with others. Like, it's still possible. You still find yourself in a lot of situations whereby you're going to be dissatisfied about a lot of things. It's possible. You still see people telling you, no, do it this way, no, do it that way, no, do it this way, no, do it that way. At the end of the day, watch everybody, research from every single person, then come back to yourself and find out what works for you and what your hair likes, and then work on that. I feel and I believe there's no single correct, perfect pattern to wash your hair. Like, there's a general one every single person will use, but even though there's a general wash routine that every single person will use, every other person has a unique style of how the kind of products they use at one point in time. So the general way of washing your hair that many people would use is pre-poo, shampoo, conditioner, then they go into the leave-in conditioner and all of that, and then they style their hair. And there are those that will go with pre-poo, conditioner, regular conditioner, the deep conditioner, the climax. Like, they're just many steps that is in this whole natural hair care journey situation. So you need to understand all of that. You need to look at, okay, this is how my life pattern is, this is what can fit my life pattern, and it's still good and okay for my hair. So I hope everything I said, you guys are able to understand it, and that in the long run you would meet a lot of different theories, you meet a lot of different hair growth stuff. Just listen to your hair, understand what your hair likes, and then listen to yourself. Like, know your situation, know what works for you. Not because you're trying to do your hair care journey, you end up stressing your whole self. And do your hair. I don't know why I've not even talked about it ever since. Do your hair when you are happy. That is the most important thing ever. If you do your hair when you're not happy, oh Lord have mercy. Our hair is coily. I'm talking to the curly hair community. There tends to be a lot of tangles that if you are so angry, that tangle, the way you take care of it, it's not being a good view. So do your hair when you're happy. Be mentally ready for a lot of different things that cross your path when you're about to go into your hair journey. And note, it is a lifetime journey, not a journey you start doing and stop. And when you finally reach the length that you've been wanting to reach, maybe it's mid-back, maybe it's waist length, and your hair is growing longer than that, you can still cut it, go back to waist length, cut it and go back to mid-back, cut it to a pixie cut, and all of that. So it's not just going to be about you growing your hair, but just making sure that no matter what you decide to do to your hair is in a healthy state. That's the most important thing about hair care journey. So I just hope I didn't blab too much, and that you guys are going to be able to pick one or two things. And if there's any other thing that I may have not said or that I said that you want to comment about, just drop them in the comment section. If there are things that I did not mention and you feel I should have mentioned, you can comment about them in a respectful manner, please. Thank you very much. We're all here to learn. Then, if there's anything I have said that you're confused about, you can ask me. Drop your comments in the comment section. I'll do well to reply every single person. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like,